There, so today we have another review, and this is a beer courtesy of Lagunitas. They just sent me this one. This is Phase Change. So this is a wet hop beer, but wet hop season is actually usually around, I think, fall. Hops are picked then. And so wet hops are different from a lot of the pelletized hops that are in most of your beers. Wet hops are the ones that are picked straight off the vine. Green hop character, and so they actually have a kind of leafy vegetal thing to them because they are just freshly pulled from the vine, and you only can use them for a certain amount of time because they do go bad. Just like if you just leave lettuce in your fridge or just leave it out, it will go bad. But they have a new process called hops liquefaction that allows them to preserve and store the wet hops, and then they're able to brew a wet hop beer right in the middle of the time when you shouldn't be brewing wet hop beer. We're literally halfway into the year, so it's like literally they're going 6 months ahead of when 6 months or 6 months behind, depending on how you want to look at it, when wet hop season would be. But this is a hazy wet hop pale ale, 7.4%, so really more like an IPA. Let's dig into it. I know they released another beer that did this. You guys can post in the comments below. I remember really liking it. I just don't remember, but please let me know in the comments. So the beer comes in a beautiful kind of light gold color. Yeah, light to medium gold color, medium haze on there. Beautiful looking beer, wow. Very hazy for Lagunitas. Oh yeah, that's nice. So it has a little bit of, it's a nice complexity to it. It has scallion. Underneath it has a nice kind of like garlicky, oniony thing in the background. Really garlicky in the background. It has some ripe fruits in there. It's dusted with a little bit of that kind of like terpene forward marijuana thing. There's a dankness, there's a garlic, but then there is a little bit of that kind of pineapple mango thing dancing in there. There's also some candied orange. It's a complex nose because it's green, it's dank, it's fruity, plus that really intense kind of like fresh garlic, you know, crazy nose. Cheers. Tropical too. A lot of pineapple on this one. I have a little cold. So first perception is that it's not as explosive as on the nose. Pretty nice beer. It is Lagunitas' take on kind of light haze. It's full on IPA pretty much at 7.4%, right? Yeah. So it has a nice kind of bready bounce to it. It has a little bit of a light biscuit. This thing is covered with a lot of hop character, scrape your teeth kind of thing. Very dank, very marijuana-y. That's really what I get generally. Honestly, on the palate, it almost tastes a little bit like, it's not as intense aromatically, but on the palate, it almost has this thing like the New Belgian Hemper. This beer is $4.20. It is a weed for days. Very green, very dank. The fruity character plays in there. So this is, I guess, I mean, I don't know anything about this stuff personally, but like there's some weed strains with the fruity notes and all that cool stuff. This one has a little bit of the pineapple, kind of citrusy thing going in. Loaded with hops, loaded with weed flavor. Kiss of that kind of citrus and tropical in there. Lacking in bitterness. Almost devoid of bitterness. So it is their take on hazy. I imagine there's very little boil hops. You know, if anything, it's just whirlpool and dry hopping. So very nice stuff, though. It's a nice, this is sort of, I guess, Lagunitas' kind of like update on things. It stays in line with a lot of things they do, which is like some dank ass stuff. And this is $4.20 for days. It's so dank. But then it's lacking in bitterness. And then it's a little hazy. And then lacks that that crystal malt sweetness. It's good. It's very good. It's beer for me. It's a 91. Hey, phase change. I don't know why they call it phase change. It is dank AF. Enjoy it. Thank you so much, Lagunitas, for sending this one. Cheers. Later.